treasure your beautiful heart and every piece of mine. I love you more than life. You see it, you show it, the look in your eyes says that you called it, you know it, the truth in my lies, because you know me better now than I think I know myself. And let me love you, all I want from you, and we are stronger, hold on for longer. And take me back to when we sat alone in the garden. The dreams you had, you told me that it won't be a problem. Remember how it felt to love and never doubt.
Beautiful, smooth and soothing sounds there by Matthew Moore. Well, he's back with his brand new album titled Ghost. The offering continues to delve even much deeper into his most personal thoughts on love, relationships and vulnerability. His last album, Run, debuted at #1 on the iTunes chart on release day. Needless to say, the Capetonian star joins me now in studio this morning to unpack what can be expected on this new album. Matthew Moore, a very good morning. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, thank you. Thanks so
good to see you.
You too.
Let's talk about that song that you just performed. What's that about?
That song's called Let Me. That's what all these pictures are from, the music video.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just a song that kind of, the song's talking about the theme of the whole album. It's basically just about overcoming fear, the whole journey of trying to overcome fear. I don't know if any of us really know how to fully overcome something so powerful, but it's definitely something that we all need to do. So I'm trying to learn how to. So that's what I'm singing about in most of the songs in this new album.
And I suppose it'll teach all those listeners and fans, you know, to stand up against fear and to gain strength despite all adversities. What inspires?
Yes. Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, it's something I've been learning a lot about over the last couple of years of my life, specifically over the last few years, how much I've let fear and insecurity and doubt and everything, how much I've let that like overrun me, and how simple it is to just stand up to that. I mean, it can be difficult, but if you stand up to it, then how much better things can be, how much stronger you can be if you just don't let that kind of thing like overcome your whole life.
Right.
So yeah.
Now, Matthew, you wrote all your songs, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So how was this particular project different from your previous?
Yeah, this was a cool project. It's a huge privilege to be able to write songs and know that people are hopefully going to hear the songs. And I'm not just writing them for myself. I know that people are going to hear them. So that process, and keeping that in mind, is an amazing thing, because it's such a strange process to be writing songs alone in a very personal space,
and then
know that eventually people are going to hear those songs. So it's cool to, what I kept in mind was I wanted them to be songs that people are going to be able to resonate with and people would be able to connect with.
Yeah, and particularly a song that speaks to your soul.
Yes.
And the challenge when recording a new album is song selection, I do understand.
Yes.
And talk to us about the amount of effort that you put in the whole production process.
Yes, yeah. So for me, one thing is, in an album you've got maybe 12 songs, anywhere between like 10 to 15 songs, and it takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of effort, a lot of emotion that goes into writing just one song. So I wanted each of the songs to have some kind of message, something that people would be able to connect with. I didn't want there to just be like 3 or 4 songs that we'd kind of push as singles that people would hear, and then another like 8 songs that no one would really listen to. They would just be passing songs. I wanted each of them to have something special. So it was a fun process. That's kind of, so it's great that you asked that, because I wanted all of the songs to have something special to
In as much as all the other songs have have got something special and they've got a certain message that will appeal and speak to people's soul, but which one do you think is that most people can relate to?
Yes, well, I think with the theme of the whole album being about overcoming fear, there's one song in particular on the album called At the Corner, and that's a great representation of what the whole album's talking about, which is this journey of overcoming fear. It's kind of starting from being completely overwhelmed by fear and then fighting your way through that and kind of coming out on the right side of it. So that song I think would hopefully be one that people might connect with.
I mean, you've overcome your journey of fear in the past years by taking the bold step of being a recording artist, and
Yes.
which I suppose
Thanks.
is such a challenge for so many artists out there who've got the talent, who've got the vision, but then they don't have the means
Yes.
of pursuing their dreams and their goals. So how has your journey been so far, and what have been the highlights?
Yes, oh man, it's been an amazing journey. Things in the music industry change so quickly, like they do in the entertainment industry. They change so quickly, they evolve so quickly. So it's been really cool to come on. I kind of came on board very new to it. I still feel like I'm very new to it. But when social media was quite a big thing, I was lucky enough to only be part of the music industry when that was around. And it's a huge tool that people in the entertainment industry can use. So even if you don't have access to recording studios or to the equipment that you need to record your own music, if you got a cell phone or a computer and you've got access to social media, that's already a huge, amazing tool to use. So luckily I was part of that. It was cool to see that whole journey of over the last 6 years or so, how music's evolved and how technology's been a huge part of that. Yeah. So it's been a great few years for me, and I'm looking forward to seeing where music goes.
And I'm sure it also came with challenges and problems along the way. So what are some of the challenges? And, some of these challenges leading to other artists falling along the wayside and giving up on their dreams and goals.
Oh, for sure.
And, so what have been your challenge, and how have you been able to counter it?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is your expectation, for me at least. When you start, you want to pursue music as a full-time thing, then I think you need to expect that it's going to be difficult. But because it's going to be hard. I mean, maybe not for everyone, but for me, for the first year or two almost, I was sleeping in my friends' laundry rooms, and I wasn't even really eating all the time because I couldn't afford to. So I guess that just trying your best not to let that discourage you, because it's going to be hard. Whatever you do in life, it's going to be hard in the beginning. If it's something that you really love, something you really want to pursue, then you need to push through the hard times. And if you make it through that, then which everyone can, it'll be more rewarding for you, I'm sure.
Most definitely. So how can we immerse ourselves in your music? Where can we get hold of music?
So on all the digital music platforms, all the songs are everywhere there. It's on whichever platform everyone uses. There's so many options now. And then we'll have physical CDs out as well at Music and all of the stores as well.
All right, great stuff. All the best, Matthew.
Thank you so much.
Cool stuff. Thanks for chatting to us. That's great news for fans of the local singer-songwriter Matthew Mole. The artist has released his much-anticipated third album titled Ghost, and he'll be performing for us shortly. So you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned for us.